Alright, this is like take 4 of this same video, and it is a recap of my trade today. So, on a 4-hour scale, I was looking on NAS. I had already taken successful longs. As you can see by the setup here, I was already taking successful longs right there. And from a wider time frame, I was able to picture this head and shoulders pattern being formed. And once I had this shoulder confirmation, my bias was that overnight we're going to catch a move, like a continuation of the upside, and then we're going to catch a retest of the lows with news. And because we did have a CPI today, and with that news event, I just assumed that we're going to be able to get that push. The target was to break all-time highs up here, but I wasn't necessarily greedy on that end. I did close my futures positions early, but also using this setup, I was able to take a SPY position because from my trading experience, I was able to piece together that. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody knows this trading wise, but S&P 500 moved the same way as NAS100. S&P 500 is also SPY. And so I took a SPY options trade based off of what I was seeing here. On here, it looks a lot cleaner for me. I'm able, on the 1 hour, it looks really clean. What this head and shoulders is looking like. On a 4 hour, it looks even cleaner. Very, very clean head and shoulders. But then if I come over to the S&P, like, don't mind all these lines. They're just a lot of levels. But you come over here and, like, yeah, you can see it. But it's still very, very, like, messy, at least for me. Like, this is really messy. And if you go to SPY, you don't even have any of that. So, like, I wouldn't use a SPY chart to trade that. And then S&P chart's kind of like, yeah, like, readable, but iffy. NAS, like, look how clean that is. And I already know that if NAS is going to move, that the SPY should move as well. I wish I was in on these shorts right now, though. That would have been a nice little runner right there. But let me stop hopping around the charts. But on futures, we did enter a position shortly after market opened, right around here. We entered for a long, like, almost immediately. I was just so wanting to get in. And then TP, we used boom, boom, boom. Where were we at on the TP? We kind of closed, like, I want to say this candle. Yeah, that was definitely it. So we closed basically around there, like almost zero risk on the trade. It kind of just ripped up immediately. But the way we caught that same position, we were able to capitalize on options, which I personally like trading options because I'm able to, like, that's cash in hand type of plays. Like, you're putting down X amount of money to buy a contract, and the contract has the potential of raising a lot of value. And man, this is going down as we speak. But we're weekend time now. So what I had done, I had taken this high because this is just where the peak of market yesterday was, right there. And then I drew the bottom of my box to market close yesterday. So there was a gap when the market opened up, and I was taking my position on entering on the dip into the gap. I bought my contracts for $20 a piece. So very, very, very cheap contracts, and I bought it for a strike price of $550 because $550 was at all-time high level. And I bought like $80 worth of contracts to $550, and price pretty much immediately, just as soon as I bought those contracts, the value just went up immediately. It was a really, really good day. And as you could tell on NAS, like, it really does move exactly the same. And unfortunately, my target was to go for 551. I kind of wanted to see the break of the highs, and I was hoping that price would push up a little bit beyond that once we broke, but we did end up just rejecting. So I did end up closing just shy of the 550s, more like 549.50. Like right there is when I ended up closing my call options, and gladly we did, because it just collapsed. And it's holy moly, that is so much red. Wow. Well, the shorts on that would have been insane. But yeah, that's just the trade recap for the day. And also a little confluence as well, if you want to add this as a confluence. I had a trend line that I've drawn from here to here on SPY, which it then did break the trend line and it retested the trend line. So on SPY, I was kind of biased for it being bullish, since we did end up also pulling up on Thursday, which was yesterday, to break this little lower high right here. So that would imply a change of direction. So I was kind of biased on the buys. I was kind of just getting ready to load up right around. I wanted to buy call options down here so bad. I wanted to buy call options before market closed, but that would have just been more of a high risk play, and I wanted to be a little bit smarter about it. So I just waited, but still paid out. And yeah, so it was just that, it's that easy, kind of. That's all for today.